Welcome to Sunday's video, where we take a look at something political maybe? You got it. Drink our coffees in the morning on Sunday, and then we'll look at your comments. Poilievre was saying something, he answered one of the questions in one of his announcements last week, and he was saying how the Liberal government is just disjointed at the moment. It isn't even there. The government of Canada isn't even there. He even went to say that President Trump would be giving flowers to the Liberal leaders when they're promoted to Prime Minister, just for all the messing around that's happened and how he's managed to just put Canada right under his thumb. Let's have a listen to what Poilievre had to say.
Good morning, Andrea McPherson, Global News. Your reaction to Danielle Smith's refusal to sign that joint agreement on the tariff retaliation plan by the premiers, and the impact you think that will have on Canada's battle against the tariffs?
Yes, I mean, like I said, I think the first thing President Trump will do when he takes office is to send a bouquet of flowers to the Liberals of Freeland, Carney, and Trudeau, who have weakened and divided our country and given him the upper hand. The Liberals have forced Canadians to sell 100% of our oil and gas to the Americans at discount prices, which has put us in this position of weakness. It'd be nice if we had pipelines and export terminals that could take our energy to Asia and Europe without going through the United States. But of course, the economic radicals of Trudeau, Freeland, and Carney blocked those projects because of their radical ideology, and they have made us more and more dependent on President Trump. And my approach will be exactly the opposite. I will quickly approve energy projects to send our energy to the rest of the world without relying on Americans, and we will make our country more self-reliant and independent. I will also unite our country. The Liberals are trying to divide one province against another, Canadian against Canadian, right at our moment of maximum vulnerability. This is because we do not have a functional federal government. So we have effectively 10 different foreign affairs ministers, one from each province, trying to fight separately. If we had a carbon tax election now, we could elect a strong, stable, national majority government that would stand up for all Canadians, all industries, in all provinces, and that's what we need to do.
Yeah, he's pretty bang on the nail again there, isn't he? I like the idea of just having one person talking to America about the tariffs. I think maybe that's the way to go. Not have 10 different people all trying to negotiate with one guy who wasn't even in power at that time, or isn't in power at the moment. He'll be in power tomorrow, so that should be an interesting day. Well, maybe not. He just comes into power. I think the day after tomorrow might be a little bit interesting. Tuesday. Let's see what happens. Anyway, these tariffs, they've woken Canada up big time and got Canada panicking. And he's not even done it yet. And like I said, and like Poilievre said, we've got 10 people negotiating with somebody who's not even in power yet. What the heck? The Liberal government, they're gone. They're out. Like, Trudeau's supposed to have resigned, hasn't he?
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister.
He's still there. He's still there telling people what to do, where to go, how to control the country. He's still there controlling our lives. He's still there running meetings. The guy stepped down. You know, if you're a Liberal, right? If you're a Liberal voter and Liberal through and through, I know there is a few. Are you fed up with that? Why are you still supporting this guy? He's let you down. He's stepped back. He's given up. He's quit. He's not a fighter. He quit. He's quit, you guys. All you Liberal supporters who come on here to give us right wing as in right, we are right, people a hard time. Take a step back and look at your royal leader and how he's absolutely screwed up the country, and how he's just decided now to bank his millions of dollars and just walk away and probably do $1,700 lunches every other week to make up some extra cash. Yeah, he's quit on you guys. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the comments.
Price on pollution returns more money.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, some people's check is going to be a little bit bigger than other people's checks, especially if it's your company that's got interests in carbon tax technology nitus about us, if you know what I mean. Anyway, axe the tax. Freeland's axe the tax trick for Prime Minister of Canada position. Yeah, she, who would have thought that axing the tax would be so popular? Even Carney, even he's gonna axe the tax. Everybody's axing the tax. So yeah, we are going to have an axe the tax election, but I think there's more to it than that, because remember what she said. She's talking about only axing the consumer side of the tax, which is good. But we're still going to be paying tax, because obviously we're going to be paying it on transport of food to where it is, or transportation. It's still a mess. If you're going to axe it, just axe it, and just if you want to do something else, like send natural gas LNG to China and India and cut emissions that way. But don't put it on people who have to try and get to work. It's just not. That's just killed the government that we have now, for sure. Wayne said,
"Don't believe a word she says. She works for the New World Order, not for Canadians. Her support of Trudeau proves it."
Exactly, yeah. She's been supportive of the carbon tax right up until she realised that nobody likes it and she wants to become Prime Minister. Odd that, isn't it? Timing. It's all about timing. Char said,
Freeland said she would replace the carbon tax. That's doublespeak for the Liberals. More lies and scams ahead from the WEF Freeland.
They're all WEF. Carney's WEF, and I've seen him on the UN stage talking to UN. And I bet he's got ties in the WHO as well. Carney is like the worst of the worst. Freeland's pretty bad. Carney's much badderer. Ardale said,
Rita, she's definitely a hypocrite and a completely broken Canada. A complete liberal, deceitful liar. No way, even just for interim. Take a walk. Happy Friday, everyone.
Yeah, it was Friday's video. Heather said,
still voting for Pierre Poilievre.
OCD said,
desperate attempt at copying Poilievre to get some votes.
John said,
don't forget the schools and hospitals also have to pay.
Yeah, schools and hospitals, because it's not consumer, they will have to pay the carbon tax. P.S. Anders says,
in other words, liberal ideology is toxic. Liberal policy is toxic. Waconomics is toxic. We all want a toxic friend in our lives, don't we?
That, my friends, is sarcasm. And being British Canadian, I appreciate sarcasm. Gore said,
why would any Canadian ever believe a liberal?
Why? The habitual liars. Patty said,
Canadians are so sick of all the Liberals. They are all the same. Election now.
They're all just like Justin.
They're all Justine Trudeau. Jib says,
thank you, Pierre. Words well spoken.
And Brian said,
Poilievre is not wrong. Trudy really is a lame duck. Bringing in Carney is very bad for us. He's another Trudy with a brain. He's also a founding member of the WEF. And I just learned this yesterday. His wife works for, yes, wait for it, Butts. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? Imagine, oh, gee, no, I cannot imagine 4 more years of Liberal. I cannot do it. And I can't go back to England. England's even worse than Canada. Canada's got hope if we can get Poilievre in, and we got Trump next door, and we have sort of a meaningful, relationship for 4 years or 8 years at least. But if we go the woke way, the mandate EV cars way, the as much tax as you can put on everything to pay for people who don't want to work way, then I think Carney wants to bring in what's that thing again? I forgot. I always forget the name of it. We get paid for doing nothing because you don't want to work. I'll put it down here when I'll remember when I'm editing. Summer income. Anyway, Jeremy said,
Make common sense a reality. Great again.
December said,
Thank you, Pierre. Can't wait to have you as Prime Minister. Can't come fast enough.
so lots and lots of people there, lots of people wanting Pierre to be the Prime Minister. Lots of people are actually realising that switching Trudeau for one of the other puppets isn't going to work. It's not going to work, and I'm so happy to see people are awakened to that. There is a few odd people on X saying that, everything's going to be great with a new leader, and Carney is coming in saying, oh, he's a fresh thing and he's an outsider and all this lot, when all in all, he's been Trudeau's best friend for 10 years plus, and been helping the government non-stop in their decisions, and them decisions have got us here. So we've already had Mark Carney decisions. What we really need is a common sense government to replace this government and then get Canada really back on track to where we were in 2015. Till next time, guys.